Hey guys, Mel the Trade Tutor here again, and we're in the workshop with the start of our first project in here. It's a little bit nippy, it's a little bit echoey. Yeah, apologies for, the echo on the film and that sort of stuff. I'm still working it out, guys, yeah, but we will get there. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll take you along anyway, because you like seeing what I'm doing. So what we're doing, right, we are building a D-Day-esque board for my mate Martin, yeah, up at the WarGames store up at Southport. It is Southport, isn't it? Yes, it is Southport. Yeah, I'll throw a link up to his channel and you can go check him out. It's an awesome store and he's a good mate, he's done a good job. Yeah, but he wants a D-Day board for the bolt action stuff. Yeah, so it fell squarely on my shoulders to meet up to that need. Right, so what have we got? Well, we've got our boards. Yeah, we're going for 15mm MDF. Yeah, at 15mm I don't need to worry about baton in it for what I need to do. Yeah, so it works well for me, it works well for him, yeah, because they've got to sit on existing tables as well. Yeah, we've got a foam, yeah, XPS. We should have enough here, if not I'll nip out and get a few more supplies. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of doing the beach here and expanded. Yeah, I'll explain why as we go. Yeah, but today's job, yeah, and what I need to aim to get through today is to essentially turn this board, okay, and get the basic polystyrene layout on it, yeah, which means we're going to be doing a lot of cutting with hot wire tools, okay, and a lot of gluing, yeah. So we'll come back in a minute once I've got my coffee in me and we've got started. Right, let's get 8 hours in. Okay guys, I've been at it for a couple of hours and we've managed to get the basic shape down. Okay, there's been a lot of trimming and a lot of fine sort of cutting because obviously these are 3 separate boards that I've got to go together. As you can see, I'm using 2-inch XPS. And what I've basically done is I've established the cove, yeah, and the basic sort of back structure of it. Now this will be the main land. Obviously we've got to put a beach in here, we've got to put the bunkers in, we've got to shape this. But before I can actually do any of this, what we need to do is basically get these stuck down, yeah, cut the beach out, get that stuck down, and then we can shape it once they're actually stuck down. I don't want to shape it until they are stuck down because things move, etc. So, right now, other than being absolutely freezing, yeah, and I hope the sound's coming off on this, alright, it's looking good, guys. Right, I'm going to grab a coffee, then we're going to come down, we're going to cut the beach shapes, and we're going to be using, yeah, this stuff for that, okay? So we'll get the basic beach in, and then hopefully we'll get it all glued down, ready to leave overnight, yeah, so we can start carving it and getting the detail on it. So, I'll see you once we've got the beaches together, guys. So the beach is done now and we've used expanding polystyrene for that, approximately 1 inch thick because it's easy to work with because I'm going to need to sand this down, yeah, to create the beach. Now given it's all modular, yeah, so the sides will swap from side to side, so it took a little bit of measuring up and a little bit of trickiness. There's some gaps I need to fill here. I was a little bit off with the cutting, so I'll have to do that when we get to the gluing stage. Yeah, so my next job, okay, now I've got my main cliffs in place, yeah, I've measured everything up, the beach is cut, is to start gluing it down. Yeah, and for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to use bog standard PVA. Yeah, we're going to brush it on nice and thin, line everything up, get a bit of weight on it, yeah, so that tomorrow when I come in, I'll be able to carve it all up. Yeah, so that's the next job. Let's get cracked on, eh? See you in a minute. Right guys, quick tip for you. Occasionally when you're cutting polystyrene, yeah, you can go slightly off with your measurements and you end up with gaps. Okay, the best way of dealing with these gaps is not to try and cut a single piece, but to cut lots of little pieces. Yeah, simply put your PVA in. Yeah, and then all you got to do is just come along and start filling gaps. Yeah, now remember, yeah, you don't have to fill the gaps completely, you just have to fill the majority of the void in, yeah, so that when you come to actually use the filler, you've not got massive gaps that the filler has to get into and sort of set into. Yeah, 1, it's expensive with filler, and 2, it takes longer for the actual filler to cure if, if it's too big of a gap. Yeah, so just push a couple of these in here. As you can see, fills up really nice. Yeah, so I'm just going to work around these couple of little bits just on this side because the other side's perfectly fine. Yeah, and then once we've got that done, yeah, it'll be time to head home and leave it for tomorrow when we'll start the carving. So more than likely, guys, I'm going to see you in the morning. Hey guys, it's the morning. I got here early because I had to drop Kez off at university. Everything's glued down, I'm happy, I've got a brew, yeah, and it is a lot warmer in here today. So, battle plan for today is to basically get the hills shaped, okay, which means get the bevels on them, get the bevel on the beach, get it all sanded down and roughly shaped. We're not going to finish off the sort of sanding and the finishing and the filling today. Yeah, I do want to fill some deep cracks, but we've got to wait until we put our actual casts on, yeah, before we can actually finish with the filler. Yeah, so that's the battle plan for today. We're going to get these beveled down into a more natural slope and get it looking a little bit more realistic now it's stuck down. So, brew time, then crack on. Right, we've got it all marked out, yeah, and as you can see I've got a rough 1 in 3 slope, which is roughly what we want to make sure that model's actually balanced on it, and we've not got any problems on that count. Yeah, the next thing I need to do is just get the bulk off that, and for that I'm going to be using this wire router. Yeah, and it is literally a simple matter of just coming along. I'm just doing it on the corner here so you can see. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. And there you have it. So the next job is just to slowly work our way down this line and start beveling it off. So let's crack on, eh? Right guys, we've done all our routing now and we've got this bevel down, we've got it on the other side as you can see. We've started to channel out the inside. These areas are going to be for the bunkers. Okay, so it's all coming together now, yeah? We've still got to put in trench works and stuff like that. Yeah, my next job is I need to get a traditional hot wire cutter and just start to just take off some of these peaks, which will make it easy when it comes to sanding this afternoon. So I'm going to get the other hot wire cutter on and we're just going to sand this down and, well, we're going to smooth it down ready for sanding down. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, that's the basic smoothing with the hot wire cutter done. Yeah, I've beveled down the beach head. Yeah, I've smoothed off all the edges. Yeah, and now it's time to hit it with some sandpaper. Once we've got the basic contours down, I'll then route out where all the entrenchments and that sort of stuff are going to go. But I want to get it smooth first, just so I can get a vibe for it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so sand this down, sand the edges down, and then hopefully it should be coming together quite nicely. I'll see you shortly. Right, we've given it a bit of a hammering with 150 grit sandpaper. Yeah, and we've smoothed out all these divots, etc. Now, there's a couple of places where it's still a little bit too steep for models, but that's okay. First off, hills aren't uniformly smooth. Yeah, and second, yeah, any areas where it's going to be a bit difficult for models to stand, and we'll get some test models, some chindits on it, yeah, just to test it out. What we'll do is we'll just simply use those areas as places to put rock formations, to put bushes, to put trees, and basically deny that space to model placement so those issues aren't a problem, and leave the more softer areas where they are going to be able to stand intact and free for the troops to move across. So my next job, yeah, is I've got to get some filler. And we've got to get in this and just blend in all the joints, start filling in the gaps. Yeah, I'm not going to do a completely smooth job. This is more about filling the joints and getting some bulk in the bigger gaps, yeah, because there's one down there that we need to fill in, which will be perfectly fine. There's also a little divot in the central bit, yeah, which I went a little bit too excessive on, so we need to clean that up as well. It's no biggie. Yeah, we'll get cracked on. Yeah, so I've got a couple of hours left in the day, so we'll get this done. Then we'll crack on, eh? I'll see you once it's done, yeah? And day 2 draws to a close. Right, it's all sanded down, yeah, I've got my filler. Yeah, now this is only a patching filler, yeah, it's not to finish it off, yeah, we've got to put the rocks on, so we'll be coming back with filler anyway, but this is to fill all the gaps, yeah, and just solidify it all for me. Yeah, ready for the rocks to go on. Then we can do the touching up filler and just blend those little holes and that sort of thing. Yeah, next job is I need to leave this for probably about 48 hours before I touch it again. So I've got a day of casting ahead of me next, yeah, to get all the rock faces. I'm about a third way through the casting, but I really need to put a day aside to it, get the rest of them cast up, so we can literally do all the rock faces when we come in. Yeah, so that's going to be the next job. Until then, guys, enjoy the pictures, and I will see you in the second project log. Or is it a build log? What should we call them? I've got no idea. You know me, guys. Anyway, as always, yeah. First off, yeah, this, like I said at the start, is heading over to WarGames in Southport. Check out Martin's channel. Yeah, check out the store as well. It's really impressive, yeah. I'm going up with it, so we'll be able to have a game on the day it goes up. So I'll let you know more about that as we get close to the finish. But in the meantime, guys, I'll leave you with these pictures, and like it if you like it, share it, you know the drill. And always, if you like my stuff, check out Patreon. It really does help, guys. Right, I need a warm. I'll see you later, guys. Ta-da.